So to roll this into a ball, if I didn't, this inside is just going to keep spewing out, and the looser it gets, the more dangerous, the more prone it is to completely knotting up on you. So once it gets quite pine cone looking is about the time that I like to roll it into a ball. So I'm just going to undo that little knot there, and if I have wound your cakes for you, I don't pull it right through, so that you should just be able to pull it tight. Then I'm going to try and set it on its bum with the yarn that's going to my knitting on the bottom. And this is so that when I pull it, these come around the edge like that. So I'm going to give myself a bit of slack. Oh, you can see it's starting to get a bit dangerous. Okay, just going to work my way back to the end. Then I'm going to wind around a couple of fingers and thumb. And what I'm trying to achieve here is a little ball to get started. So I'm going to take that off. I'm going to hold that quite nice and tight, and then I'm going to turn it so that I can wrap around it. Now you do have to be quite gentle with this. So I'm giving myself heaps of slack like that, and I'll just wind that up. So I'm just going to go in the what do you call that, perpendicular, and then I'm keeping it quite tight. I'm going to twist a little bit. I'm going to go in the diagonal, same again, diagonal, and I'm just trying to wrap up all these crazy bits, and it will slowly form a ball. So just keep rotating, kind of like a clock. Make sure you've got some, oh shoot, slack. Like about that much. Wind, wind, wind. Oh, helps if you can see. And you can see it's starting to form a little ball. Just to, I don't know how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Twist. Another 12-ish. Make sure you pull it tight. It's starting to form a little ball. Now I feel like I could safely sit that ball down while I get yarn off here. And then just keep twisting and winding. So I just did a little tiny twist there. Wind, 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 tiny twist. Wind, wind, wind. It's kind of like you're making a rubber band ball. There's no end to it. And then what I do is start like rolling it over, start from somewhere else, and there's a little knot. Just undo that before it gets tight. I'm not sure if you can hear or not, but there, my dog is chewing a very loud chew toy in the background. Okay, I'm going to set that down, get some more yarn. It's like a pine cone. So I just do tiny little twists with this. Twist the ball, wrap. Twist the ball, wrap. Twist, wrap. And now I'm kind of, will change it that way too, as well as that way. Now sometimes I like to test and see if this, but that's not going to run very well. And so when I've wound it on the cake for you, it kind of goes like a figure eight. So you can see the yarn's kind of going up and down and round. It sort of wobbles on the yarn winder as it's winding it on to keep it balanced. Almost there. So the timer on this video, we're at 6.5 minutes, and honestly 5 or 6 minutes versus the pain of untangling this bastard if it was to tangle up, and coming from this outside end means that we're going to have the right end at the outside of the ball. It does take a little bit of your brain space to get around when you're first thinking about it. We're not too far away now. Almost at the end. That's like the center of the cake there. Cool. So how are we looking? 7 or nearly 8 minutes. So just wind and twist. This is the little knots that could have been giant disasters. And they're not really knots, they're just like loops that have got caught up on each other. Sometimes I go that fast that my fingers are like, oh shit, it's feeling a bit burny. There we go. I'm almost back to the end. There we go. It's a cute little ball. And it behaves way better than the last of the cake. So 9 minutes in total, and it might save you like an hour of detangling.